Hey guys, I thought I'd take advantage of the tea. Seeing we have tea bags and sugar. So I got the kettle, made some tea, and I don't normally use sugar in a tea, or at least I haven't for a long time. I just have straight, like coffee black. So fine. But I said, it's right there, and when in Rome. So I threw 2 nice teaspoons of sugar in there. And when I tasted the tea, I got a nice mouthful of what tasted like the ocean. That is not sugar, that is salt. But I did find that in here, there are sugar baggies. So I'm happy with that. And I wanted to mention what I thought was really interesting. At the railway station in Trento, I stayed there, and my train arrived there at about midnight. And then I had to catch another train that didn't leave until 5:45. And that railway station, I didn't get video of it or anything because it was just a little bit iffy. Not that that generally really concerns me all that much, but I figured I wouldn't draw attention to myself since the entire railway station was basically closed. And they locked the big wooden doors to get out to the street and into the lobby. So it was locked from the street. It was locked from the platform side. The lobby was just completely locked off. No restrooms, no water fountain, no nothing. And it was all of about, I think like 36 degrees, 37 degrees. Pretty chilly. And all I had was a jacket and whatnot. And I was sitting there, and it was just when I got there at 12, and the last people were like leaving. And one guy came up and said something to me in Italian. I'm about as useless as anything. So he was really polite and whatnot. And so I asked him, and he tried to help me out a little bit with a couple of words that he spoke to tell me, I could catch the right train because I was at the wrong station, of course, because that's just how I do me. But then he came back as he was leaving. He had this plastic bag. He gave me a blanket in a bag. Nice, thick, thick, nice wool. I think it's wool. It might be acrylic, but still a nice blanket. And I'd seen another blanket there, so apparently it's like, I don't know if they do that for the homeless or whatever they do, but he gave me a blanket, and he gave me this beautiful box of Italian crackers, which I thought was very, very kind of him. And then later on, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was laying down on that blanket, my head on the pack, and just hoping to doze off a little bit. And a couple fellas came up and started talking to me, and they wanted to roll me. So I had a little bit of a talk with them, and I guess they decided not to. And I don't know what the plan was. I mean, I guess I kind of do, because there were 2 fellas. One guy that his mother tongue is apparently Swahili, and he is from Africa, but I mean, Swahili spoken in a lot of places. What the hell I just launched? Okay. And the other guy was just an Italian kid, probably 17, 18 years old. And yeah, they were definitely going to roll me. And they had given me a bottle of water, and I think they were going through this care package process type of thing, like we do with like the guy with the blanket, because they saw I had this guy's blanket. So they had this little thing of food and whatnot. And I just got to talking with them and sat up there. I told them, hey, why don't you guys sit down? We'll talk, So they sat down and we chatted for a while and got the, the guy says to me, you're very curious. You ask a lot of questions. I was asking him if he's got family back home and whatnot, the black guy. And he's asked me some questions. I said, yeah, but you're pretty curious too, And I just cold stare him in the eye and whatnot. And I don't think he knew what to make of me. So then he thought better of it. He's like, yeah, you're all right, man. I said, yeah, thanks. You too. Did you guys be chill? Then the thing of food that they had left, they took the thing of food, and he says, no, you don't need this. And he put it in the trash. So I don't know if they were going to try to drug me to roll me or what the story was. But they apparently thought I was all right and thought better of it and changed their minds, which I thought was pretty interesting. At any rate, we got us a little project here because this is an adapter for our American flat blade plugs to their European round ones. And it plugs right in here, goes great, plugs into the wall, but doesn't work unless you can plug this into the wall and then you take this and just hold it up against it. And then it works. But of course, eventually the cord moves or something like that. It loses contact and then it's useless. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's take this apart and maybe it's just something simple. So we'll do that. Uno segundo. Okay, so here we go. I have a number 2 precision Phillips screwdriver, which I found in their silverware drawer. And we've got one screw in the middle here. So we'll take this part and see what we find. Okay, that's turning it. That's a positive sign. And let's hold it together in case it's spring loaded to the fly apart position. And get that screw out. Is it me or is that's a pretty long screw? Look at that, it's still coming. There we go. Finally got a thread to skip. So screw out and carefully, okay, it doesn't seem to be spring loaded. Let's take a look at what's inside. That doesn't look right. Yeah. Okay, we've got broken contacts, which is great. There are two on each side, and they happen to both break off on the same one. So how are we going to jury rig this? I'll tell you. No way to stick these back in there. So these just have to make contact with this, which contacts the mains. Okay. How about we stuff a piece of aluminum foil in there? I mean, I don't hardly think it's going to be a fire hazard because the wattage of charges and whatnot, the only things I'm going to plug into it. It's not like I'm plugging a hairdryer into it or anything. Calluses look good, don't they? Yeah, everything's dried out. Anyway, so let's try that. And we shall cross our fingers. How's that for a jury rig? But you know, you're on a trip. And you don't have another one. So I'm going to save these little two pieces. I'm going to put the screw back in. If I can grab it. Fugitive screw. Oh, man. Come on, guy. There you are. Yeah, come on. Cooperate. That's it. We have ways to make you cooperate. There we go. Number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Okay. Very good. Very good. I wonder if this is going to work. And I can't believe I put salt in my tea. It's been a very eventful adventure so far. Is this kind of tight? Yeah, I think I'm just crushing foil. Seems to be tightening. I don't want to damage their steak knife. Seem to be super chill people. All right, now we shall plug this 67 watts. Yeah, so nothing powerful. We shall plug this in. And here comes our Hail Mary. Let us see what happens if we get that magical sound. Unplug the kettle. Oop, there we go. There we go. Let's unplug the kettle. And come on, guys, cross your fingers with me. Oh, look at this. Look at that. It is working. I love it. So there we go. One more successful misadventure turned into an adventure turned into a success. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.